What's up, guys? Tony Robbins just released his 3-step plan to survive the AI revolution. I'm here live at the Gaylord Hotel in Orlando at Patrick Bet-David's Vault Conference, and Tony Robbins is just a force of nature. And he highlighted a few things that I think are really important for everyone to consider, men especially, when it comes to surviving the AI revolution. Okay, and so the first thing he said was that this is happening. He is a coach to Mark Benioff, the founder of Salesforce, and we just covered a video on what Salesforce is doing with AI. But he laid down that, listen, AI is handling 50% of the customer service calls at Salesforce. It's also doing a lot of coding too, somewhere between 30 to 50%. He also highlighted that Robert Smith, he's the founder and CEO of Vista Equity Partners, has said that 1 billion jobs are about to change dramatically. And in fact, Tony mentioned that at a conference earlier this year, Robert Smith announced that 40%, at the end of the conference, 40% of the people are going to either have an AI agent that's working for them, and then the other 60% are going to be looking for work. So things are just changing so dramatic and quickly. And the other thing he highlighted is that, guys, this is happening, and self-driving cars are about to completely upend Uber, delivery, robo-taxis, taxis, like ride sharing. It is all going to get crushed. It's a big deal. So I think we can all acknowledge, if you're here, you can acknowledge that AI is a big deal. It's going to change your industry. And if you don't think that's the case, you're welcome to disagree. But I would encourage you to just think about what's going on in your industry. And let's talk about Tony. What are Tony's 3 steps to surviving the AI revolution? And by the way, you definitely want to stick around to step 3 because it is very illuminating. And by the way, if you're new here to the channel, my name's Mark. I handle sales, marketing, and AI integrations. And if you're interested in what's happening with AI and in the news, this is the time to smash like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Because, I mean, look at this. I'm checking in from Florida, the Gaylord Palms Hotel. Beautiful. I just listened to the great Tony Robbins, and I just wanted to share what he said. So the first thing that you want to do to survive the AI revolution, according to Tony Robbins, is pattern recognition. Study others. Study what others are doing, but also study history. What's happening in history is everything goes through cycles. Everything is patterns. So study the patterns. And quite frankly, that's what I'm doing here on the channel. You don't have to really navigate everything. You can study or just review what I'm covering here on the channel. And you can see, guys, pretty clearly that many companies are laying off many employees and using AI. But one of the patterns that I don't think is talked about enough, that I think is important to recognize, is that that execution is everything. And I think Klarna is a really good example of this. Klarna laid off 700 employees earlier this year. Their execution was not great, and they are now aggressively rehiring to fill those roles. So I would expect Salesforce just laid off 45% of their customer service staff. What I expect is Microsoft firing, Google firing. Guys, everybody is firing right now, and they are leveraging AI. So what I would expect when I look at these patterns here, especially the one that Klarna has put out, is that companies are going to aggressively fire, their systems are going to break down, and then they're going to aggressively rehire. So think about, what do I need to know and understand in order to be relevant? Business owners, who should you be firing? What's working? Who are the companies that are bringing in AI and it's streamlining their efficiency? It's leading towards an increased bottom line to your EBITDA. It's reducing your customer acquisition costs. It's decreasing your speed to lead time. It's increasing your exit valuation. These are things we think about. And as employees and as team members, we need to be thinking about, what skills do I need? Do I have an AI agent that's working for me? What parts of my role are at risk from AI replacement? These are things that we need to be looking at and start, again, recognizing patterns, seeing what's happening out there in the world and leveraging it. So I think some great wisdom there from Tony Robbins on pattern recognition. Pattern utilization, and I kind of hinted on this. This is number 2, pattern utilization. So you've recognized the patterns. Now it's time to utilize. Copy what works. When you see a company that has a breakthrough, that is really crushing it, Salesforce is interesting. Again, I recorded an entire video on this. I'm going to post it up here. They're seeing massive growth. They're executing at a very high level when it comes to AI agents, and it's directly going to their bottom line. It's important to recognize and utilize. If someone else is doing something that's really working, it's helping them grow their business, it's helping them to find better opportunities in the workplace, you might want to consider copying that. You might want to consider taking notes. You might want to consider how that can impact your SOPs and your business. And guys, a quick side note, if you're looking for more ways to utilize patterns, I would definitely encourage you to subscribe to my newsletter, AIupdate.ai. It's completely free. You're going to be able to keep up with the most interesting stories and what's working for companies, because this is essentially what I'm studying day in, day out. I want to be executing. I want to be looking for the patterns and utilizing the patterns. So definitely subscribe to that. And just another quick side note, that's my pinned comment. If you have some really interesting, innovative stuff to share, you can post that down below too in the comments. We're getting hundreds and hundreds of comments. And if you leave a really good comment, I will pin your comment for all to see. I will take down my newsletter, pinned link. I will pin your comment. I've done it in the past. I will do it in the future. Leave the comment below so I can read it. I can engage with it, and other people can see your brilliant ideas. There are some really smart people in the comments, good people to connect with. Okay, so from Tony Robbins, third major point. We covered pattern recognition. We covered pattern utilization. His third point is pattern creation. Pattern creation. Once you've started to implement, you're going to find gaps, you're going to find holes, you're going to find ways to innovate. And again, whether you're in business for yourself, whether you're a business leader, or whether you're an employee, this is an interesting phase in human humanity. And I spoke about this concept with quite a few people over the week. It's the concept of reinventing yourself. The idea of, well, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to learn everything, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to work, for 40 years. That model seems dead to me. AI is upending and revolutionizing everything. We are in a time of intense, massive change and transformation, as Tony Robbins hinted at, and not hinted at, specifically stated. Reinvent yourself. And his major point here was, know your season, know the season that you're in. Are you in a growth phase? Are you in spring? Are you in summer? Are you in autumn? Are you in the winter? What season of life are you in? What should you be doing with your time? But I will say that reinventing yourself is very important. Knowing the season you're in is important. Knowing the season that your industry is in is very important, because every industry is going to be impacted, guys. And knowing what season you're in, knowing what season your industry in, is going to be crucial to surviving the AI revolution. Again, guys, appreciate you watching. If you want to learn more about how AI is revolutionizing the HR field, I covered that yesterday. PBD announced his AI HR software, and it's a very innovative look. HR is definitely going to be impacted by AI. You can check out the whole video there. With that said, I got to get in the car. I got to get back to business, boys. I got to get back to business. Then I got to go take my son to baseball and my daughter to softball. It's time to get back to business. It's been a fun conference. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed the videos. Kind of a special thing, but I committed to recording 6 days a week. I wanted to take the time off, but I record 6 days a week, boys. That's what we do. We do what we say we do. All right, I got to bounce. See you guys. Peace.